And just so you can see, there's no driver. It's kind of creepy. Morning folks, spring morning here in Wuhan. I've been going to see a lot of old buildings, but China is not just about old buildings. They've got new stuff as well. Today I want to try some new stuff. I want to try driverless taxi, and I want to try the sky rail, which is like, instead of running along the ground, it runs along the sky and you can look down at the ground. I'm not sure if you can hear that loudspeaker over all the traffic and construction noise, but those kids over there at the school will be doing their morning exercises. Get their bodies moving after sitting around in class, as it is now 10 o'clock. They also sometimes do eye exercises as well, but yeah, getting the kids moving. We're about to get on the subway. It's hot. It's bloody hot. I should have worn shorts. 这个小平阿萨姆有吗？
支付宝到账4元。
对，光谷这边是不是有一个什么空轨啊？就是。
哦，在那边，往那边走，你边走边问交警。
Well, folks, pretty warm, so I got myself a drink. I told myself I'm not going to drink that much of this stuff, but hey, cravings are cravings. Now we're in a place called Guanggu, which is called like Optics Valley. It's an area kind of on the outskirts of Wuchang, which has developed a lot over the last, I want to say 20 plus years. High-tech companies established themselves out here. I guess it was kind of a special development zone, probably cheaper to build here, and yeah, consequently you sometimes get your kind of fancier high-tech stuff out this way, hence our sky train being out this way. Parking ticket. Man, it is hot. I don't know how much justice I can do it. It's still only in the 20s. Hot. Hottest day thus far. It is almost 12 o'clock, so I might think about getting some lunch before we get on this sky train. Need a place to put my feet up. A bit of air conditioning, I think. It looks like us. Food court. 有锅盔吗？ 就那个孜然羊肉，对。
Hello， 帅哥，打扰一下，就是我们是这边的学生，然后出来实习的，给您讲一个小东西，好吧？
好，你讲吧。
就是这个是我们中国的一个优鹿青品牌的顽固无籽干洗剂，它是像我们平时吃饭啊，或者在这边买点小吃什么的，不是容易弄到衣服上脏嘛？
对。
像我们这个东西就挺方便的，我们对，给你演示一下。像我们平时把衣服啊什么地方弄脏了，我们这个东西也挺方便的，吃个火锅呀，喝个奶茶呀什么的，把衣服弄脏了，像我们这个东西就，您看，就是往上面轻轻喷一点，然后拿一个湿毛巾湿巾一个角，然后对一擦，
都干净的。
对，你看干净不？是吧？很神奇的，对，还是很神奇的。像我们平时这种鞋子上不是容易弄脏嘛，是吧？像您这种鞋子上也是的，给您试一下啊。对，您试一下，是吧？这都是可以弄干净的。像我们这种鞋子啊，边上啊这些地方都可以擦干净的。对。您可以看一下，这个我们是在。
对，
听得懂中文吗？
听得懂。
那些都是骗子。
骗子。
好，相信他们。
好。Well, I got myself some food, and I got my shoes cleaned by a couple of entrepreneurial boys trying to sell some clothing cleaners, but they got kicked out by the guard. He just came over to tell me they're scammers. Now, what I ordered for lunch is actually this. I don't know what the English would be. It's like a kind of pancake with lamb and cumin in it. Nice and crispy. Got a bit of flavor to it. It's not a hot bowl of noodles, which I didn't want on a day like today. Well, as soon as the guard left, those guys came back. But I still didn't buy any of their magic cleaner. Time to get on a bus to find this sky train. Well folks, we're off the bus. It's kind of funny that to come and see this, which I believe is the track for the sky train, we kind of had to come out into the middle of nowhere. That's what I want to go on. Eh, 请问一下，是在这里买那个票吗？听得懂，对。
就是它30块钱是可以坐来回的，出站就可以坐。
是来回是吧？
对。
好，可以。
请退出通道。
好，往后推一点。
哦，好好。
请退出通道。
还要推。
还要推。
因为您身上这个东西是报警，
哦，
它是金属，它门就会报警的。
哦，好。
Mind the gap between the train and platform when boarding and alighting. Thank you for your cooperation.
I guess you could use this as transport if you wanted to go to one of the stops on this route, but 30 yuan, when you think about the subway, is like 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not the most economical form of transport, but it's probably got a better view. Well, it's very well air conditioned. That part I'm thankful for. We're underway. It's a little bit bumpy. There's also glass panels on the floor. You can tell we're on the edge of the city because these roads, I don't even think are open yet. The traffic lights aren't going. The only vehicles seem to be construction. Maybe like new apartments. Yeah, this is really, really out on the outskirts of the city. Everyone is loving the glass floor. Interestingly, this takes us out to the mountains where I went to see a Ming tomb the other day. If I'd taken this, I could have taken a taxi for 8 minutes. Instead, I took a freaking bus and walked for miles. I made the wrong choice. Seems like there's another kind of electric tram to take, so I might get off at the next stop and see what that is. Well folks, that was the Sky Train. No driver. A little bit slow, but certainly very scenic, which I think is the main reason people are taking it. And as I said, the price being about 10 times what the subway is. I don't think it's going to become many people's regular choice of public transport anytime soon. But maybe the one that holiday makers, if they're in the neighborhood, might want to pop on to have a wee look, like me. Now let's see if we can jump on this other train, which hopefully will take us back to where we came from, and hopefully I can use my Metro card to get on. Hopefully it's a bit cheaper than the 30 kwai. 哎，请问一下，那个就是有轨电车？
您出门就这个我们车站旁边这条路往后面一直走就是的。往后面走？我们车站后面。
好的，你可以刷那个公交卡吗？
应该可以，它上面有乘务员，您可以问一下。
好的，谢谢。这条路往后面一直走就行了。就这条路。这条路一直往后面顺着走就可以。往后面走。好好，谢谢。我先拍一下那个。
是找不到位置，我再给你说一下。
好好，谢谢啦，谢谢。Yeah, there's definitely more staff at that station than people getting on or off. Everyone's just getting on at the first station, riding it to the end and then getting off at the last one, barring a couple of people who got off at the very first stop when we first got on. In that station there's at least 2 people at the help desk, a couple of guards. So yeah, they've got the staffing numbers ready, but I don't think the users are quite there yet. Maybe once this line gets kind of fully completed, they add some more stops, and once maybe some of these apartments that we passed, which seem to still being built, once they have kind of people living in them, they may lower the price to make this less of a kind of joyride and more of a kind of practical public transport option. But for the moment, it definitely seems to be just for the kind of touristy stuff. Alright, now according to our dude at the station, and from what I observed passing over it, there's like a tram, electric tram station over this way. I saw that electric tram last year when I was in Wuhan, but never got a chance to go on it, so hopefully it's not far and we can find it and jump on that as well. The screen is busted, doesn't work. Likewise this one. Maybe we can use our bus card. Likewise, I'm not sure if this tram quite has much of a user base yet either, given that it's just me and that fella at this entire station and the ticketing machines don't seem to be in operation. But as I said, given the amount of construction that's going on over there, it seems like they've got the infrastructure set up first before all the people get in, which is not a bad way of doing it. But that's what we're waiting for, but going the other way. Some kind of electric tram. That's pretty cool to me. Come back the other way. Right, I need to make a note of this. So it's 2:25 and it still says 10 minutes. So let's see what time it actually gets here. 2:25. Remember, we've already been here at least 10 minutes, but we'll just start from now. There's another one going the other way. We're still at 10 minutes. It's 2:32. That one's going that way. We want to go that way. It's coming. It's coming. 2:46. 2:46. Here it is. Tram seems to have both a driver and a conductor to make sure you get your tickets. Well folks, that was the tram. Once I got on, it was actually fine, but it took a bloody long time to arrive. Yeah, I guess that still needs a bit of work. I'm not sure what the deal was. That sign which said how long it was going to take seemed to be a bit busted, because it went from 11 minutes to 6 in over half an hour. By the time the train actually arrived, it's still 6 minutes on the clock. But anyway, that's another one checked off the list. One to go is the driverless taxi, but we need to head back to where we came from to get one of those. Here it is, folks. Here's our taxi. It's parked its ass right up against the bushes. Got to enter the password to get in. Door opens. Had to put my seatbelt on for safety first, and then go. And just so you can see, there's no driver. These taxis, as I record this, only in operation in this kind of limited zone. They're kind of on a test run at the moment. By the time this video goes online, they may be a lot more common than they are now. Certainly they are the exception rather than the rule at the minute. But yeah, it's kind of creepy. Now, in case you wanted to sit up front with the lack of a driver, there is a pretty clear instruction there, basically saying that you are you're not allowed up front, and you're not allowed to interfere with anything that's going on with the driverless car. Gonna adjust the air conditioning. Let's go full blast because it's pretty hot in here. There we go. Wuhan's been particularly humid today. So this view shows like what the sensors are showing is what's going on around us. Like it shows that there's a bunch of bikes next to us and a car behind us. And sure enough, there's a bunch of bikes next to us. And there's a truck. There's a truck in front of us. Sure enough, there's a truck in front of us up there. I will say this taxi is a little bit less aggressive than the local drivers. This is very much a kind of cruisy taxi. It tends to be in Wuhan, the taxi drivers, yeah, well, they want to make their money for that, so they want to go for it. This taxi is very much taking it easy. Pedestrians crossing the road according to the sensors, and then there they are. It's got a bit of a complicated problem here with all these parked cars along the side of the road where there's a night market going on, and random pedestrians just kind of crossing the street in front of traffic at a non-pedestrian crossing. And that's it. The car's pulling us over, doors have unlocked, and we have arrived. Thank you, car. Thank you, driver. You can see it's got the cameras on top of the car, which are like the sensors. And there's definitely no driver in there. Well, that's it. Driverless car brought us home, safe and sound. This one, I think, is my favorite of the three we did today.